I guess, Arnie, what can you tell us about the starting 11, particularly will Matty Ryan start?
Matty's training back fully the last 3 days, 4 days since we've been in Doha here. Training very well. All the boys are fit, healthy, ready. Still, obviously, 2 days to go before the game. So pretty much, Joey, I can't give you the starting lineup at the moment, but we've got everyone fit and healthy.
Could you maybe give us an insight into what are some of the areas where you're having the most headaches in the team?
Everywhere. We've got 4 great central defenders. We've got, good left backs too, and obviously as is, and Kai Rolls can play there, Geordie Boss can play there. Right fullbacks, obviously there's 3 there competing for that position. All over the park, mate, to be honest. It's, I've got to look at, we'll have an 11v11 today, and then give us another 24 hours before the last training session before I decide.
Anna?
Yeah, hi Arnie. Obviously a new Asian Cup cycle. This is a tournament you've experienced a couple of times before. What is it about this one that is maybe special or different to you compared to the previous ones?
I think just a long term in the job. Anna, I know the players so well and they know me so well. And, the fact that we're here in Doha where we don't have to get on buses to go distances to train or get on aeroplanes to change sites for games, and we're just settled in. I think it's a fantastic place, Qatar, to have these type of tournaments, and the boys and staff have settled in really well.
And just this first up game against India, I guess what's been the approach coming in? We heard Aziz talk about it yesterday as well, not wanting any slip-ups. What have you made of them, and what's the approach going in?
100%. It's one game at a time. Our full focus is just on India, getting our game plan right and performance right. But what's crucial is our energy. When we go out there on the pitch, that's what we can improve from the other night against Bahrain. Sometimes we were just standing still. I want movement off the ball all the time. Runs in the back of people and making sure that the energy's right. And as I said, full focus is just on this first game of India.
Luke?
Arnie, Premier League managers, and they talk about having a couple of transfer windows to get the side really in their image and the players that they want and all that type of thing. Do you feel that now that you are so long into the job that this is really the best squad you could assemble to go and win this thing? You know what I mean? It's the best chance you've got is your image, your DNA, and these players.
Yeah, look, I think obviously again, I've been in the job 5.5 years, but if you look back to the last Asian Cup, I think I might have only 2 starters in this from the starting 11 from 2018 through to now. The squad has completely changed. So it's, and I think again, me working with the Olympic team at that time has helped build this depth. But it's again working with these boys for quite a while now, and the last year of being able to have those friendly games and trialling players a little bit more and bringing them into camp and giving them the opportunity to feel what it's like to play for the Socceroos or be part of the Socceroos was also crucial. And I'm excited by this squad. We've got, as you can see, we've got a lot of young players that bring a lot of energy. But I've said it before, the most important ones are the senior ones and their leadership.
Tom?
With the group stage, where's your... Oh, sorry, apologies, but with the follow-up.
No, jump in, sorry, apologies.
No, all good. I was saying with the group stage, where's your head at, Arnie, in terms of, you've got a big squad. Are you more inclined to rotate your way through, or are you just going to stick with the guys?
No, look, Luke, I think it's one game at a time, one step at a time, and the focus is just on India. We'll put our, in my view, a good to best starting lineup out, and we'll go one step at a time. We're here to win 7 games, and obviously our expectations are high, and I always put high expectations on the boys, and the boys have shown, over the last year again against top opposition, our standards, and I expect them to be retained.
Sorry, now to you, Tom.
Morning, Arnie. In terms of the games you played over the last so all the high-level opposition you've had, England, Mexico, how will that translate into this kind of tournament? Because it's a different expectation on the players than maybe was on them at the World Cup.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Tom. You know, and that's what I keep saying to them about our standards. Our standards have shown in the last 18 months how they can perform and what they can do. And you know, one of those big things is the energy that they bring and show their own qualities that they have. Yes, the tactical side is very important, and we'll get that right. But also, you know, it's down to the individual mentally to be prepared to go out there and and put on his best performance, and that's what I expect.
This isn't the tournament that Australia has always begun well in. How important is it to start well? Does that even matter when, as you said, there's 7 games to win?
Yep. No, again, Tom, one game at a time, mate. It's, you know, the Bahrain game, as I said publicly, I thought it was a perfect preparation game that we could have had. That's what we'll get, where the nations will sit back and try to frustrate us. It's important that we don't get that type of thing in our brains. It's important that we're patient and we stick to what we're good at, and that's retaining the ball, moving the ball quickly, penetrating in behind, and boys showing individual skill in 1v1 situations is hugely important against these type of opposition, and I do believe we've got the players here to do that.
Vince?
Hey, Arnie.
Hey, Vince.
Tom stole most of my questions, so I'll try and throw something else at you. Not many of your players in the squad at the moment have experience scoring goals at international level. I think there's only 2 in double digits and 1
Yep.
as a central defender. Is that a concern? Or either way, who do you see sort of stepping up in that regard and becoming a goal scorer or contributing to that?
Yeah, look, Vince, I think it's been a concern since Timmy Cahill's retired. You know, I think even under Ange, you know, Timmy was the main goal scorer there as well. And, you know, it's something that we've tried to share amongst the team and amongst the front players, and how important it is to have those players getting in the box and giving them and getting those chances to score. And I've said this publicly, but it also is very, very important, our set pieces, and we get our set pieces right, because at the end of the day, set pieces can change a game as well. So, you know, we're working on all those patterns, and we're working on the finishing and getting players in those positions to put the ball in the back of the net, and that's all we can do.
And just a second one from me. It's now about 5 years into this job. I think it's 5 years since the last Asian Cup. That's a good long stretch in Asia, which, you know, you haven't really coached in since 2007. So
Yeah.
You know, your period in Japan, obviously. But I'm just curious to know what you've learned about this tournament and the difficulties in Asian football over the last 5 years.
Well, if you look at my stats, I think I've had 46 games and I've played 11 in Australia. So I'm very, very familiar now with Asia and playing overseas and being out of Australia. And, you know, it's beautiful here, Vince. You've been here, mate. The pitches, the training fields are fantastic. The stadiums are incredible. So, you know, we've got everything luxury at the moment here with that side of it, side of things. And, you know, obviously you learn from past experiences in different tournaments. And obviously I learned a hell of a lot back in 2007 all the way through. And, you know, just keeping the players happy, I think, is a big thing. And off the field, and obviously on the field, that they bring that energy and they do the nation proud.
Marco will come to you for the last 2. Sorry, guys. Arnie's got a jet after these ones.
I just wanted to ask you about Riley McGree. How's he in terms of his fitness so he can last 90 minutes, and what does he offer in the midfield that maybe other midfielders don't?
Yeah, look, I think Vince, the question Vince asked about the goal scoring side of things, I think Riley, that's something that I am pushing at Riley and talking to him about, is getting in positions in the box to score, because I do believe he has that quality to score goals. And I think that once he gets that into his game, you'll see him go to a higher level of potentially a club football as well. But look, Riley's fit, he's ready to go. If anything, and this is in a positive way, that injury that he had has gave him a bit of a break, and he's freshened up and he looks fantastic. And but he's ready to go, Marco.
And you sort of touched on it before when you sort of talking about the sort of energy that might have dropped off against Bahrain. Was that the biggest sort of lesson from that game to take into this game?
Look, I think I thought we got better as the game. Looking back at the game, and I've reviewed it twice, I thought we got better as the game went on. We had, overall they had one shot on target. Yep, we had three, but we missed three sitters that we shouldn't have missed, and it could have easily been 5-0. And against those type of opponents in the past, maybe we could have drawn that game. And but what was important was when we lost possession, the energy to get back and win the ball back quickly, but also get back behind play and we didn't get hit on the counter attack. So again, that type of energy was fantastic, but I want to see some more individual quality in 1v1 situations. That those ones can change the game, and I think that we do have the players here: Boyle, Silvera, Tilio, Geordie Boss, Craig Goodwin. These guys, Riley McGree, they've got great 1v1 in actions and individual quality, and I want to see that.